Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. Got a story out of Wolf Street I want to share. It's about the real estate market. It's entitled, Here Come the New Listings of Existing Homes. Prices drop further. Demand remains at collapse levels. But before I get into it, I got to tell you, I actually had to give somebody a refund from the real estate, how to prepare for the real estate crash, the course. And it's interesting because the comment that I got, because I rarely ever give, because I have a money back guarantee. And I rarely get returns. And so I gave this lady her money back. And she goes, I've owned 8 homes personally, my personal home. This doesn't look like it's going to help me with my personal home. And I said, hey, no problem. I'll give you your money back. And I set this course up like a coaching session because I was coaching and consulting so many people on how to buy real estate, how to buy right, how to buy in the right time zones, the right cycles. And I set up this course. And it's a coaching. It's like a coaching setup, but it's you watching videos. And what she said next just shocked me. She said, well, it didn't shock me actually. She said, this looks amazing for investors, but I just want to buy a home. And I tell people this all the time. I said, if you aren't going into buying your own personal home, looking at it like an investor, you are going to lose. You are dealing with emotions and you're going to lose lots and lots of money. You are giving up so much money. So I teach people that are looking to buy their first home or buy 100 rental properties, how to think like an investor, think about cycles, have the patience, have the peace, and be able to go and attack when the time is ready. So if you guys want, in honor of her, which I gladly gave her money back, I give a free 100% guarantee for 14 days. If you haven't seen over, and she only watched 10% of the videos. And there's about 38 of them out there. So that doesn't even give you, in her honor, 80% off, links down below. So thank you so much for that opportunity. This story is out of Wolf Street. It's about the real estate market. And I entitled this video, The Real Estate Crash That Nobody Sees Coming. And it really is true. In a world where you think that people are crazy as companies are laying off people, these big Fortune 500 companies are laying people off, banks are crashing, and stocks are going up, you think we hit crazy town, right? Type 1 if you agree. I would be typing 1. Or just hashtag crazy if you want. The algorithm loves that stuff. But my point being is that we're in a point where things are getting a little nutty. And that's what always happens before a crash. And you have all these market distortions. People don't understand which way is up. And then before you know it, everything comes crashing down. So this story out of Wolf Street, I think, is very important to go over. It says active listings rise to the highest level in over 3 years. All right, there you go. So listings are exploding. We have more inventory, more active inventory on the market than any time in the last 3 years. All right? Okay. Days on market are also extending. It says the national median price of existing family houses, condos, and co-ops whose sales closed in November dropped to $387,600, which is down by 6.3% from the peak of June of 2022. A lot of people may be thinking that that's not that big of a deal. Let me remind you that I did a story about a month ago out of the New York Times that was going nuts about how New York real estate had just dropped 1.3%, and it hasn't dropped that much year over year in, 20 years. Well, that came out in 2006. So there's always a start. So we've already seen the 6.3% drop in the median home prices. All right. It says here, according to the data from the National Association of Realtors today, 2023 is the first year since the housing bust, the first year since the housing bust, since the seasonal high in June was below the all-time high in a year earlier. In other words, June 2023 was the first lower high since the housing bust. The prices have dropped further since June, along with seasonal patterns, historic data via Y charts. Here's the chart. Let me bust this out for you here. You can see we've got ourselves a double top and it's coming down again. All right? That's good for people that are waiting. It's bad for people that just bought. Prices of new houses sold by home builders have already dropped 18% from a peak a year ago, as builders aggressively target the new reality with lower prices, smaller houses, and amenitizing. So they're taking away the amenities. We're talking about new homes, spec homes, which means like, cheaper appliances, countertops, styles of flooring, etc. And big mortgage rate buy downs, thereby successfully competing with homeowners selling their existing homes. All right, again, something that you need to realize is as home sellers, these big home sellers like Lennar and Toll Brothers and others, they have so much power behind them. They have banks working with them, being able to offer super low introductory rates. Like just the other day, I saw an ad for Lennar in Nevada in a development. They were asking, they were saying, hey, we could give you a 5% fixed rate for the first year, and then it pops up after that. And the point being is they have that kind of power to be able to do that. They have the power to be able to do aggressive price drops and drop below the average home sale that's going on in an area. So you have current homeowners competing with new home builders. All right. And you just saw the home builder sentiments going up. That's all crap. They're basing that based off, they think that the Fed's going to lower rates, but what they don't remember from history is that when the Fed lowers rates, it's because of bad things that are happening, not because things are good. Let's just throw everybody a bone. All right. So it's important to realize that. It says the new listings are coming out of the woodwork. New listings of existing homes normally drop after the spring selling season and they plunge going into the holidays. Teach us in the real estate course. If you want, there's 80% off links today down below. That price is going up exponentially. Actually, it's getting closed off to all new students. Everyone that's already in will be in and they can enjoy that for years to come. But then the new course that comes out, it's going to be a lot. Like, well over $2,000. The in November, new listings rose to 354,900 according to data from realtor.com. They'd also risen in August when they normally drop, and then in other months of the second half they barely dipped when they normally do drop sharply. So in November, new listings were higher year over year than the first time since May of 2022, and now are just a smidgen below November of 2019. What does this mean? There's way more inventory hitting the market, and it's going to get harder for people that have listings right now to sell those listings. There's more competition hitting the market. And think about this too. These home builders are building around the country like crazy, and they're dropping new homes at or below the price of buying an old home. Who do you think is going to win? Especially when you're handed a warranty from the builder, which most states demand anyway. But you see my point. Hopefully you see my point. People are going to ask for more. They're going to demand for more. And then that snowball craters lower and lower. Now, it says here, the fact that sales remain abysmally low, but new listings increased in November when they normally plunge, confirm the theory that these are vacant homes that are being put on the market by homeowners who have already moved into another home and are not buying again. I've seen a ton of inventory on the market of used, pre-built homes that are completely vacant. You're wondering, where are all these people going? During COVID, I sort of had my thoughts. And that was confirmed as I was a real estate agent, and a lot of people were selling homes of their parents that had passed away. Active listings rose to 754,000 homes, which is the highest since August of 2020, squeaking by last year's high during normal seasonal patterns before the pandemic. Active listings would fall in October and November slowly but surely. Inventory for sale at 1.13 million homes. That was up 1% year over year and the first year over year increase since April. The month supply dipped to 3.5 months from 3.6 months in October. Both are at the highest since June of 2020. Supply in 2017 through 2019 ranged between 3 and 4.3 months. And then here you go. Check this out. The median days on market rose to 52 days in November before the homes were either sold or pulled off the market. That's key, because pulling off the market in November is an important strategy a lot of agents use because they want to pull it off the market and then relist it in February or March as a new listing. And it's sort of, if you've been an agent or a real estate investor for any long length of time, super easy to go look at the records and see exactly what they're doing. But that is a normal thing, to see inventory be pulled off the market, give the family some time to rest and enjoy the holiday season, and then they start to aggressively list it again in the springtime. Demand remains at collapse levels, it says. Sales of existing homes ticked up a smidge to a seasonally adjusted annual rate of 3.82 million in November from the collapse levels in October, which had been the lowest since the worst 3 months of the housing bust in November of 2008 and July and August of 2010. Sales compared to prior Novembers, and it shows this data. Look, the point being is this: we've started the crash. This is what it looks like. The Fed is trying to keep you guys full of hopium because they're saying they're going to lower rates. They may lower rates once or twice next year, only for political reasons. I'm going to keep saying that. And you're going to know, everyone that's in the class knows, because I taught a very specific lesson on this, and how you're going to know if this is a Fed fake out, if this is for political reasons or not. If you've got the course, guys, go and check that out. It's called the Fed Fake Out. It's on the thing live. I'm going to have a new lesson coming out in the beginning of January for all of you. It's all included in the course. If you do not have the course and you want to start taking action now, if you're ready to take action now and start getting ready for this, and you want a step-by-step plan on how to prepare, how to identify the opportunities that are coming, and how to see where you are in this real estate cycle, then I have links down below. 80% off the real estate crash course, which makes it $199. That class will never be that cheap ever again come January 1st. I hope you guys have a great day. The Economic Ninja is out.